I am going to discuss about these 7 core metrics. These 7 core metrics can be divided into 2 kinds of indicators. One is for management indicator and second one is for quality indicators. First we can discuss about under management indicators. How many types of metrics are there under management indicators? 3 types of metrics are there. What is the first one? So first one we can discuss about work and progress. First of all, what is work in terms of real-time projects? Client will be given for the allocating for one work or task. Based on that, we need to complete for the corresponding task or work within the scheduling time period. So let's say progress is nothing but after completion of the work, the client can be verifying that whether you are completing for the entire work or task. Otherwise, if you are completing for only for 70% of work, remaining 30% of progress will be pending. So these things can generally we can discuss in another work and progress concept. The second one is for budgeted cost and expenditures. In the budgeted cost and expenditures, what we have to discuss? Budget in the sense we can discuss about cost. For the entire project implementation of the project, how much budget we can allocate. Whereas from the expenditures point of view, after completion of the entire project, so how much budget you are using, that is the entire thing we can calculate for the expenditures part. But whereas how much budget we can be involved, the entire thing will be calculating for expenditures also, both will be same. Sometimes maybe it may be beyond the limits. Whenever the errors can be identified, low number of errors, for the rectification of those kinds of errors can be, we need to spend for the extra amount or extra budget. These everything can be calculated in the part of the expenditures part. This one will be the second one. What is the third one? Staffing and team building. So staffing is nothing but we can discussing about how many number of team members can be involved in the particular project. Then dynamic team is nothing but we can calculate it as the corresponding team members can be they have an odd role both for the whatever the project you are undertaken, what kind of project, what is the domain of the project, in which programming language you need to writing for source kinds of code, and we are using for the manufacturing or they are using for any kind of automation tools. So each and every team member can be, they have thoroughly identified in these particular areas and we can recruit them based on that. So we can searching for the dynamic team and we can involve in for any kind of real-time projects so that we can implementation can be started and finally we can complete the project according to the customer expectations without any errors. So these things generally we can discussing about the staffing and team dynamics. Next now we can discussing about quality indicators. The quality indicators, the first one will be the change traffic and stability. So change traffic is but continuously changes can be occurred. Continuously changes can be occurred. So whenever the changes can be happened, based on the changes, some modifications can be occurred. Those modifications can be once again we can update it and finally we can complete the changes. So these everything we can call it as the change traffic and stability. Stability is but further if there is no changes. So that we can call it as the stability levels. Then what is the second one? The entire project can be breakdown into different kinds of modules. For example, we can consider for the banking domain module. Banking domain project, how many number of modules will be there? 3 modules are there: administrative module, customer module, and employee module. So again, what we have to do? We need developing for the each and every module wise. We can developing for the application and implementation for the source lines of code and thoroughly test them. And finally, we can complete for the entire project in terms of customer expectations. Generally, these things can be discussing about rework, that means linkage and modularity. And next one is for rework and adaptability. And the rework and adaptability, generally when we can go for the rework, whenever we are identifying for the errors, otherwise if already we are starting for the project, in the middle of the project some sudden changes can be happened. At that point of time, once again we need to start for the reworking of the corresponding project. In the rework, whatever the changes can be happened, those modifications can be, we need to update into the corresponding concept of rework. And adaptability is important. So whereas whenever we are assigning for the rework concept, either within the team members only, they can assign the task. At the same kind of team members can they can complete the corresponding task. Otherwise, sometimes we can go for adapting for some new kind of team members. Those people can be involved in and they need to complete for the corresponding task and what kind of errors are identified. For the rectification purpose, we need to adapting for some new team members. So these things generally we can discussing about the rework and adaptability. And last one is mean time between failures and maturity. So meantime between failures and whenever we are competing for the project, in between completion of the project, middle we can identify within the middle of the project, number of errors we can identify. These we can call it as mean time between failures. So once we can completion of the designing process, again for designing side we are identifying for some kind of errors. Whenever we are identifying for the programming code, even the programming code also we are identifying for some kind of errors. Even for test cases also we are identifying for some kind of errors. It is everything we can call it as the mean time between failures with respect to the each and every level. We can identify for these corresponding errors, after that verification can be done. And maturity is in the updations. When we can compare the first iteration level process with the second iteration level process, first iteration we are identifying for either for 20 errors or 30 errors. The second iteration process can be completed. We can identify for only we can verification can be done. Instead of those 30 errors, we can rectify for 20 remaining 10 will be pending. Then those 10 errors can be verification can be done in the next iterative process, that is for third iterative life cycle process. So these everything will come under the maturity levels. When we can compare the first iteration with the second iteration level, the maturity levels can be identified within the corresponding software products, implementation of the software products. So these things generally we can discuss in about the entire 7-4 metrics concept. In that 3 metrics for management indicators and 4 metrics for quality indicators. And what is the purpose and what is the perspective these things can be? Let's see here. So these are the some metric characteristics. What is the characteristics of metrics? How we can use for the metrics? Generally, what is the purpose of metrics? The purpose of metric is we need to measure the entire software project thoroughly. How much we are cost we can invest it, and how much profits we are getting. Whether we are able to complete for the entire project within the duration of the time periods. So these things can be measured by using for the metrics. And even how many number of errors can be identified. For these things also we can measure with the help of both metrics and as well as for the indicators. So already 2 days back I forwarded one video to YouTube. So already seen that video or not? About 7-4 metrics in software project management. So any doubts regarding for these 7-4 metrics? Shall I ask some questions?
Yes, sir.
So how many number of management indicators are there?
3.
So what are those?
Outside progress, budget and cost and expenditures, staffing and team benefits.
So remaining quality indicators? Any 2. Before any 2.
Change of appearance ability,
Remaining 2.
rework and adaptability, mean time between failures and maturity.
So what is work in progress? What is work generally? Who will assign the work?
The work progress or time is nothing but work in progress. Actually, the work will be completed within some time, right? Time duration. So that is nothing but work in progress. The time, the work that has completed is nothing but work in progress.
How we can calculate for the budget in terms of budget?
Cost.
How we can calculate for the entire cost? What is the second metric? Budgeted cost and expenditure.
Expenditure cost.
What is staffing and team dynamics? Staffing and team dynamics. How we can calculate for the dynamic team? Quality indicators, we need one quality indicators. First metric is stage traffic and stability, breakage and modularity. Breakage and modularity. Middle one, breakage and modularity. Mean time between failures and maturity.
Even if you practice this, when we are completing the project, if there are any errors between the projects, we have to cover it and we have to recover it in the time. Modularity is updation to the
Ah.